Hello, welcome back to the channel. This week's is a belter. We are back with the good people at Largo Leisure, this time at Letham Feus in Fife, and we've got another hot tub lodge. We're also going to be going to Anstruther and testing out another one of the fish and chips that's supposedly better than the famous Anstruther fish bar, and I'll put that to the test. We're going to go to the Fife Agricultural Show and take a look at all the stalls and different animals and things there as well. And we're also going to go a wee drive about the East Neuk of Fife. We're going to visit Bowhouse and we're going to go and see Futtle, which is a brewery there, and we're also going to go to the famous Bowhouse butchers and take a wee look about there, and we're just going to enjoy this lodge. We're also going to be taking a look at the Pittenweem Tidal Pool as well for all you people that love wild swimming. Let's see what I got up to. So it's Friday afternoon, we can't check in till 4, so we've drove along to Anstruther. Now before we were here at the Anstruther fish bar, but this time I want to try a different one. Anytime you see people posting about the Anstruther fish bar, which is very good, you get a lot of comments saying it isn't even the best in Anstruther. So I'm going to put that to the test. It's just a wee short walk along the front, and we're going to visit this other one to see if it is as good or better than the famous Anstruther fish and chip bar. Let's see what it's like. Is it here? The wee chippy. Platinum winner 2025, 26, whatever that means. Let's go and get a go. There we go. So this has got a whole host of awards as well. I'm excited. But excited to see how it compares, but I mean, you can't really go too wrong with fish and chips by the sea. Well, that's not true, you can, but I'm sure it'll be good. Let's see. There we go. I always think it's a bit pointless showing you a fish supper on camera because how good's it meant to look, but it's a decent sized portion. Chips that underneath it as well. I've got my tartar sauce and my curry sauce. Let's see how it is. Fish is really nice. It's nice and thick, much thicker than it was at the Anstruther fish bar. I would definitely say the fish is better, and tartar sauce is lovely too. I think the chips at the Anstruther fish bar are better. Nothing really wrong with these, but I just felt they were a wee bit sort of fluffier and crispier along there. Curry sauce isn't really for me, to be honest. It's very much like a English chippy curry sauce. It's pretty fruity. It's got loads of flavour, but it's just not my cup of tea. I prefer more similar to sort of normal Scottish chip shop curry sauce. So fish definitely better. Don't think the chips are, don't think the curry sauce is, but it's still really, really nice. So there we go. I would definitely say the fish was better. It was thicker, which is how I like it. It was very well cooked and the batter was nice and crispy. The chips definitely weren't, at least for me. Wasn't a fan of the curry sauce either, so it's also personal preference, isn't it? Everybody's different what they like for a chippy, but for me, Anstruther fish bar is probably still the better one of the two. Right, so we have left Anstruther and we have arrived at Letham Feus, the park that we're staying at for the weekend. It is the 5th park by Largo Leisure that we have stayed at, and this is our digs for the weekend, the Tony. Let me give you the tour about. You've got this parking space. I'm going to move the van away in a minute, but you've got your parking space there for your car. You've got a huge big bit of decking. You've got a sunken in hot tub which is just heating up the now, but to be honest probably don't even need it warm because it is very clammy today. You've got a wee seating area here, and most importantly you've got this view. I don't know how well the GoPro picks it up, it's not very good in terms of distance and stuff, but that is the Firth of Forth down there in the Fife coast. So lovely sea views basically everywhere you are in here. Big doors that open up, and when you come in you've got your living area. Now we do have a log burner, but as I mentioned it's quite clammy. Can't see myself liking it, to be honest with you, even though I love them. So I've stuck the wee log burner effect on the smart telly. Love a smart telly because it means you can access YouTube and Netflix and everything else. You've then got your kitchen dining area, which I really, really like. Everything that you would need. You've got your oven, your sink, microwave, kettle, loads of storage. I'm not going to bore you with footage, knives and forks. A fully stocked fridge with plenty of beer, which is absolutely required. It has been a long, hot day, so I'm going to be getting stuck into them pretty soon. Here is the first room, set up in 2 singles as well, and again that view out of the Firth of Forth in there. You've got an ensuite shower room, you've got some storage. I'll show you the same in the other room because it's exactly the same thing, but aye, These views, look at this, imagine standing here, sorting your breakfast or your dinner, and you've got the views there. Absolutely love it. And then in here is the main bedroom. Big double bed, high ceilings again, all nice and light. And then here's the storage again. This is the same other room. I wanted to give you a laugh. Look at the amount of stuff we've got in here. Nice robes, all clays and everything else. That's the madness when you bring a 3-year-old with you and you pack the whole house and the kitchen sink included. You've got a wee vanity unit there. How you doing? Alright. If you want to sit and do your makeup, I don't need any. I'm bloody gorgeous as it is. And in here you have got another wee ensuite shower. I don't know if any of you watch Walk With Me Tim, but he does a really quirky thing where he tries to guess how many people he can get in that shower. Now I don't know what he's up to in his weekends away, but it does sound much more exciting than mine, I can tell you. But I reckon maybe 4 or 5 people you would get in there if that's what you're into. I love this view for the bed as well. So big bed, wake up in the morning and you can look out to the views of the Firth of Forth. Absolutely beautiful. So really like it. Normally I rush about getting all the footage and then I say to you I'm going to go and bring the family in. I've already done that, as you can see, with all the stuff lying about everywhere. That's just because it was so clammy. It is absolutely roasting hot. So I'm going to go there now and I'm going to get my beer out of the freezer. I'm going to tan it and I'll catch up with you later on. I stuck one in the freezer as soon as I got here for this exact purpose. So cheers. That is absolute heaven. Superb. By the way, this isn't an advert or anything, I just love them. You get these for Lidl, Perlenbacher. They are brewed according to the German purity law. Tastes amazing. It is 4.5% for 500 mils and they're £1.47 each. They are absolutely class. So, no an advert, but Lidl, if you want to sponsor me, send me a few cases of these, absolutely. But I'm going to enjoy this beer, enjoy that view, and I'll see what I get up to later on.
Kom hier weer.
Good evening. I don't even know if you can see me on the screen. I can hardly see you. It's the back of 10. I've got the wee man down to sleep and I've came back out to the hot tub. We were in here for about 3 hours earlier, so you're probably wondering why on earth if you came back in if you're out there for 3 hours. Well, being in the hot tub with a 3-year-old isn't the same as being in with a nice cold beer and just sitting chilling basically. I was to be the fisherman catching them. I was to gut them and cook them and then eat them. So I think I've been watching too many catch and cook videos with him. He was Jaws and I was getting attacked. We were a family of orcas. It was just mayhem basically for 3 years, which is class. He's an absolute legend. But I'm just going to sit here and chill. I've been listening to the birds going into the trees behind the cabin, going to roost, which has been brilliant. They've all went to bed now I think, so I've got a lovely cold beer. I'm going to stick on a bit of Beluga Lagoon and I'm just going to chill. So I'll catch up with you in the morning. Hello, good afternoon. It is Saturday afternoon. The sun is out, which is fantastic. Bank holiday weekend as well. And we've come along to the Fife Show, which is in Cooper, no far from where we're staying. And it's absolutely mobbed. I wasn't expecting it to be this big, to be perfectly honest with you. We headed here and went straight up there to all the kids' rides. Obviously wasn't filming that because it's not just my kid that was there. And we went and got a bite to eat, which was shite, usual festival, overpriced nonsense quite frankly, but hey ho. And we're just going to take a wee wander about some of the food stalls and then I think we are going to see hopefully some of the animal show. We're going to leave early though because the car park is absolutely fucking mobbed and it will be carnage, so we'll get a wee look around, go and see some animals and take it for there. This looks like the food producers. Take a wee look in here, all different kinds of sauces and chili oils and stuff like that. Cocktails, not for me. Carnmore, they've been about forever. Stuff's really good actually. Sweetie stalls, tray bakes and stuff like that. some liqueurs, which are definitely no for me. Not really a big fan of stuff like that at all. Some tablet. If you don't know tablet in Scotland, it's basically melted sugar. There is something else in it as well, but it is a ridiculously high sugar content. It's amazing. But right, so I stopped at a stall there called the Good Life Farming and Charcuterie, and they're based out of Perth. And I got some biltong. I love biltong. I used to work with a South African guy, and he used to make his own and bring it in to work, and it was class. So let's give it a go. We got a couple of different kinds. I think this one here is the smoked paprika biltong, which is dried beef, well, veal specifically, which you said is better because it doesn't shrink as much as beef, because there's less of a fat content. Fuck me, it's dry. Really dry, but it's meant to be. It's dried beef, so it's like complaining that water's wet. It's a really mild flavour of both beef and paprika. Interesting. Let's try one of the other ones. So I think this one is coriander. Doesn't really take much thinking, it's covered in coriander seeds. Let's give this one a whirl. Definitely. Nearly lost it to a gust of wind. Much better. That one's really nice. Not as dry, and also full of flavour. Really good. Quite healthy as well. We're now going to go, the park's basically split into two sections. So this is the sort of stalls and fairs and food, and we're now going to go into the animal part and take a look at some of the animals. So the first bit looks to be all different types of sheep. One of my favourite YouTube channels is Sheep Game with Cammy, so this is pretty exciting. You might think it's boring, but it's good to get a look at them all. Some prize winners there as well. The ones with the yellow on them, they're dyed to make them look better for the show. There you go, these ones have won first prize for something. And I like that they've got a wee cover to keep them the sun off them. Very nice. And there we've got the Swiss Valley Blacknose, they're like big teddy bears. Very cute. They've got these at Castle Creevy that we go and stay at. They're in Dumfries and Galloway. Beautiful big things. Here we've got the Supreme Champion, and I don't know if you can tell with the scale on camera, but it's an absolute unit. Huge. Especially when you compare it to the ones next to it. There you go. There's a Champion Valley Blacknose, but there's loads of different sheep here, and it looks to be the owners are all with them as well, so you can ask them questions if you're that way inclined. Look at these mad ones, they look as if they fell into a tub of curry sauce, which I think they might just do eventually. That's mad, but that's not their natural colour, that's to bring it out for the shows. A couple of big Herefords, and here one of my favourites, belted Galloways. You can tell why they get their name with their white belt around the waist, but I really like them. Traditional Scottish breed for Dumfries and Galloway, funnily enough, hence the name. And aye, really good. There is not quite as iconic as the Highland cows, but always love driving past the field and spotting some of them. Really nice. Big Linnesan bull, big unit. Always surprises me how docile they are. I know they are the odd docile, but this will be used to getting handled and showed, I would imagine, so probably a bit more chilled. But you always worry about bulls, pretty gory and stuff, and the big man's just resting with his tub of feed. Look at this absolute unit of a bull. I don't know what it is, if it's an Aberdeen Angus or not, but I can't stop laughing at the size of its big massive buzz. That's its job right enough. Its job's to have big massive buzz and make plenty more coos. So here's the Aberdeen Anguses. I don't know if that's the plural, it's Aberdeen Anguses, or if it's just Aberdeen Angus. But that's where you get your burgers from. Never seen this one before. British Blues. They're small, but they've got so much muscle on them. Big massive asses. Plenty of steaks in that. They're really nice. That's what I like coming to shows like this. You get to see new interesting things. Half of you probably don't think it's interesting in the slightest, but I do at least anyway. Gonna go and get a look at the horses now, I think. Shetland ponies. This wee one looks pretty majestic.
How cute is that?
Say hello. Here we've got what looks to be dressage, I think it is. I don't know if it's dressage or show jumping, or I don't know what the difference is between the two of them. They didn't have much at an Easter house, so it's hard to tell. Nice big horses though. These big horse boxes as well, so they're horse boxes in the back and like camper vans at the front. No this one here, but there was one round at the side and it looked much more impressive than all the rest of them. And we've done a wee Google and it's basically a motorsport one that motors are supposed to go in the back, and they've converted it for horses, and it was £385,000. Some amount of money. Now these people are absolutely loaded. This is it here, the one I was talking about. Look at the living quarters that come out on hydraulic lifts at the sides. The Clydesdales go up the back and then you live in there. And by the way, I don't think the £385,000 includes the actual truck that pulls it. So there's the other side of the living pod as well. So aye, there's a fair few quid floating about the Fife Show. Good evening, it is Saturday evening. I left you at the Fife Show, where I don't know if you can see on camera, but I get absolutely roasted with the sun. And I know that's kind of that funny, because I know you should look after yourself in the sun, but we're pretty shite at it in Scotland. I think it's fair to say we very rarely got sun cream, because we very rarely got sun. So I got a wee bit roasted the day, but we came back, played in the hot tub for ages because it's the wee man's favourite, and it's now about 8 o'clock. Let me just double check what time it is. It's 8:15 and I'm heading down to the front of the site because they've got an on-site bar. I don't think it's open all day every day. I'll go and double check the times, and if I get them I'll lay them across the front of here the new. I think it's like 7:30 Fridays and Saturdays. So I'm going to go there and see what it's like. All part of the research for you guys, of course. What a awful job I've got here. I'm not interested in drinking pints, as you know. So I'm going to go along here, see what it's like. I don't know how much filming I'll do inside, because it might be quiet or it could be busy, and both of the things are pretty awkward, to be honest, because you'll have a bit of a fucking spanner with a camera. But I'll see what I can film and I'll show you in there, and I'll have a pint for research purposes. So let's go and take a look. There we go, we've got a spot of bingo as well. I think I might have just missed it though, we'll see. Just a cracking wee pub. No pints on draft, which is a bit disappointing, but we've got cans of Tennent's, and I'm no posh, so I'm not above a can of Tennent's. And one of the wee locals, Audrey, just came and gave me a big bowl of nuts. Thanks very much, Audrey, a little legend. Looks like a game of bingo's going to kick off, and I might be getting involved. Might win it and then run back to the lodge with my winnings. Let's see how this goes. Cheers.
Your first number is 14. 1 and 4, 14. 78. 7 and 8, 78. 23. 2 and 3 is 23. 69. 6 and 9 is 69.
That was absolutely class, you know. I'm very lucky. I get to travel some of the nicest hotels, lodges, cruises, restaurants and stuff like that. Very, very lucky, and I really enjoy all it. It's fantastic. But that probably sums up why I love travelling about Scotland in the first place. I know it's a bit daft because we've got mountains and lochs and trails and all this wilderness spaces, and I love all of that stuff. But my favourite thing is going to pubs. And maybe that's because I'm a fucking alky, I don't know. But I love a beer, but most importantly, I love meeting people. And that highlighted it tonight. This is a very small site, very, very small. It's a tiny, tiny wee pub. And everybody in there, very quickly, because I'm a fucking weirdo with a camera, obviously noticed what I was doing and they were asking what I'm up to and everything else. Brought me here a wee bowl of nuts, were asking me if I want to get involved in the bingo and talking to me and asking me to write down my Instagram and all that sort of stuff. People in Scotland are the best thing about Scotland, without doubt. We've got incredible outdoor spaces, lochs, mountains, views, everything else. We've got ridiculously good food and drink, some of the best in the world in fact, but the people beat it every single day of the week. And if I'm honest, it's something that annoys me about my videos and my Instagram, is that I struggle to actually show that and convey it, because I don't really know how you do that. Do you go and stick a fucking camera in somebody's face and be like, tell me how we're brilliant? I don't really know. And I wish I could take you all away to wee places like that and just see how kind and friendly and warm everybody is. Amazing, I loved it. I would have liked to have stayed in there all night and get absolutely steaming, but I've got the wee man tonight, so I need to watch what I'm doing. So I'm unfortunately being very, very sensible for a change, but loved it. Letham Feus, the people that are here, because I believe most of them are probably owners and regulars, an absolute credit to the place. Really good people. I'll catch up with you when I get back and I'm no blown at my arse with that tiny wee hill. Good morning. It is Sunday morning and the sun is blazing down again in Fife, which is class. Going to go out and about and go and see a few things. We're going to go to Cooper first to go to Tesco. Cooper's really handy, it's only 20 minutes away. Tesco, Lidl, Aldi, everything that you would need if you need to pick up supplies, which is good. Then I'm going to go and hopefully go to the East Neuk Salt Company, pick up some of the salt that they make on the East Neuk of Fife, which is class. I'm going to make a big roast dinner with that later on. It's absolutely no roast dinner weather, but I've brought all the stuff for it, so we're going to make it anyway. And I'm hopefully going to go to the Pittenweem Tidal Pool and get a wee swim there as well, so let's go. Alright, so I have already been to Cooper. Went to the Tesco there and got stocked up with a few bits and bobs. I wasn't going to bore you with that. I tried to go to the East Neuk Salt Company. Now it says on Google they're open to 5 o'clock, but I went and I couldn't find it. So I asked somebody in a wee cafe there and they said that they're actually in the process of moving to Glenrothes, and it also doesn't open on a Sunday, so a bit gutted by that. But I've came here to Bowhouse, which is, I don't even know what you would call it. It's this big building here. And basically it's got loads of different producers and stuff, and they also do a big market, I think in the second weekend day every month, which is very good. I've been to it before, but they do loads of stuff here, so I'm hoping maybe they'll stock the salt. But also I want to go here in particular. Is it Futtle? I'm absolutely murdering that, I know I'm, but it's a brewery, so see if I can pick up some beers. Let's see.
Yeah, cool.
There we go, there's some of the stuff that goes on in here as well. I went to just go in here, the bakery, but it was absolutely jumping, which probably means it's good and probably means I should queue up and try it, but kind of can't be bothered now. It is very hot and I'm roasting, so let's go and get a wee look and see what else is in here. Lamb dripping. I have never even heard of lamb dripping, but yes please. That sounds class. How you doing, pal? Alright? I'm good. Especially now that I've discovered lamb dripping. I never knew that existed before.
So it's beef dripping goes to 205 degrees to the smoke point.
Right.
Lamb will go to 220.
Fantastic, superb. I don't even know what I'm going to make with it, but I'm like, that's coming home with me, absolutely. This place is incredible. I just spoke with Ewan, the butcher here at Bowhouse. Fascinating, I could stay there all day. I'm sorry Ewan if you're watching for taking up so much of your time, but so passionate about what he does, so knowledgeable about what he does, and I've picked up a couple of steaks, a couple of sort of different steaks of what you would normally do. He talked me through them, and they try to use the whole animal here as well, which is brilliant, but they also do what's called a grass to grill estate tour, where basically you go out in the back of a wagon, they show you around their animals. These are Lincoln Red cattle. You do a wee tour, everything's all organic, and then you finish up with a big feast at the end of it. So I think I might have found my next Christmas present. If any of my family are watching, you know what to get me. But couldn't recommend coming here enough. Come and speak to the people, the producers that are very passionate about what they do, very knowledgeable about what they do, and the produce is incredible as well. And you can see all the stuff hanging up in there. One of the steaks I've got is matured for 27 weeks. I've never had any of that before, so I know it's going to be nice and sort of funky and blue cheesy. I'm really looking forward to it, so I'll show you them when I get back to the van. Right, so here's my haul for my visit to Bowhouse. We've got 2 of the lagers, and I've also got one of the wheat beers. I did ask the guy if it's Futtle or Futtle, and he says they don't care, you can say either, and I really like that attitude for him. And then the butchery, so I've got the lamb dritten. Again, no idea what I'm going to cook in it, but it's going to be amazing. And again, you're just using married animal. We've also got organic centre cut leg steak, which is basically for the shin. It's aged for 27 weeks, which is ridiculous. That's going to be funky and full of flavour. I'm absolutely buzzing to give that a try. That was £9.29, but it's pretty thick cut as well. And then you've got the organic petite tender, which he said in his opinion, according to Ewan, is probably a bit better than the Fivet, a bit more flavour and stuff. I've never heard of this cut before. That's £7.53. Now, I don't know if you've been checking Morrison's or Tesco or anywhere like that. Now, I shop there as well, I'm not trying to kid on, I don't. But the prices of beef and stuff in there, it's gone really high, and you're definitely not getting as good a product, so really excited to try them. I'm going to stick these in the fridge in the van, and then the next stop is I'm hoping to go to Pittenweem Tidal Pool. It's a really hot day, so I think it might be popular. I don't know about parking or anything else, so let's see if I can get there and get a wee dip. So I'm gutted, but I'm no surprised there isn't enough parking. I've parked here now, but I'm locking these cars in, so I can't go and leave the van unattended. I just wanted to show you. Beautiful spot. We've got a bit of mini golf here. There's wee tables and stuff there as well, so I presume you can get maybe a bit of food. And then just further down, there's like steps to get down there, and it looks lovely. It's got a lovely wee beach entrance, a nice big pool for a swim. So gutted I'm not getting a wee swim in there. I'll maybe try and come back tomorrow before we leave, but if no, there'll be another time. But it looks an incredible spot. Just get here early, particularly at the weekend, and particularly nice weather like this, because parking is at a premium. There is a lot of spaces, but it's popular, so just going to head back to the lodge now and have a beer. Right, I've just got back and it is boiling. I'm going to get stuck in to one of these lagers for Futtle or Futtle, however you want to say it. Let's get a taste. Oh, that's nice.
Is that yuck?
It's not yuck, it's really nice. It's the opposite of yuck. Cheers. Right, so we've got back. I was a wee bit worried about the hot tub because it goes to like 40 degrees I think, but I actually put it down to cool down. So it's actually about 15 degrees, well it's getting towards 15 degrees, so it's going to be maybe a cold tub, which in this weather is what you need. And I've got my nice lager for Futtle, and I'm just going to sit in here with the wee man and play about. He's got all his wee toys in there and he absolutely loves it. So spend a wee bit of time here. I'm going to make a Sunday roast. I'll show you me doing that. It's absolutely no Sunday roast weather, but I've got the stuff, so I'm making it. I'll catch up with you then. Right, so spent a bit of time in the hot tub, and we're now going to get started on dinner. Making a roast chicken with the trimmings. It definitely isn't roast dinner weather at all. It's far too hot, but I brought all the stuff, so I'm going to do it now. And I'm also a saddle. I brought some of my roasting trays and that for the house, because when you come to places like this, you never quite know what you're going to end up with. This place is actually very well kitted out, but I brought it just in case, and I brought my knife roll as well. So I love cooking, so I really like my knife, and I brought it for the house. And I brought this, my Cato knife. I got this on my Christmas, and I absolutely love it. Superb, really sharp, keeps an edge really, really well. Just a great knife to use. So a bit sad, but hey, I like it. So I'm going to get started on this. Right, so I've got all my stuff peeled, and for my roasts I basically do the same thing every time. Load of carrots, couple of leeks, and an onion, and I just loosely chop it all, and I put it in the tin basically to make a wee bed for the, in this case chicken, but whatever meat you're having to rest on. So just going to chop through that, get all that in here, and then I'll get the chicken on it and get that seasoned in a second. Carrots as well. I like lots of carrots, so put plenty in. Some onion. Thyme in there. I would normally put rosemary, but don't actually have any. I'm going to put a couple of bay leaves in there. And then what I do is get a bouquet garni, put it in a wee cup and put some hot water in it, almost like a tea bag, and I let it steep for a wee bit and let the flavour go into the water, and I put that in the bottom. Then I put the chicken on top, and that helps make a good base for the gravy, so that's what I'll do now. I had some dry rosemary, so I'll put a wee tiny bit of that in as well. I've got my bouquet garni in my cup. I'll just pour that in, no millions, just enough to get it going for the stock. Chicken goes on, a lemon goes up its bum.
That's funny.
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, why does the lemon go up its bum?
Because it makes it taste nice.
That's cool.
And we put some thyme up there as well.
Is lemon sour?
Lemon is sour, aye, you're right.
I don't like lemon because it's so sour.
Right, okay.
I just like orange because it's not sour.
Right,
I like the
interesting.
juice in it.
That is nice. Loads of salt and pepper all over. Probably more salt than you think you could use.
Dad.
Okay, and that is the chicken sautéed. I put that in for about an hour and a half at 180. And now I'm going to sort the totties. I'm going to parboil them, and then I'm going to roast them in the oven. I think in some of that lamb fat that I got earlier. So I peeled the totties, I put loads of salt in there, and then some boiling water, and we're just going to parboil them for like 10-15 minutes, something like that. Parboiled my totties. I've put some of the lamb fat in there just to melt a wee tiny bit, and I'm just going to toss each totty in. I put tin foil on it because my baking tray sometimes can stick. I probably need a new one, but it just makes it a bit less messy. So just try to get that lamb fat over each totty basically. They're a wee bit more uniform than normal, but I actually like to cut my roast totties a wee bit uneven, and the reason for that is it should give everybody a wee bit of what they like. So some people like big fluffy ones, some prefer smaller crunchier ones, and it just means you can sort of please everybody. I've not actually done that today, I was too busy trying to get it all done to even think, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. So they're all relatively uniform, which means they should all be relatively same, but that's not usually what I actually want when I'm cooking them. I parboiled them there for about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes or something. That's the chicken out. The leg looks scabby, that's just because I cut it open to make sure it was all cooked. So I'm going to sit and let that rest a wee bit, and the juices will gather again, and I'll put that into the gravy. At the end, I'm just finishing the totties, putting on the broccoli, then the Yorkshire puddings. There we go, there's the lamb fat roasted totties. They smell incredible. There we go, sorted. Kitchen is upside down. Shitey wee frozen Yorkies, but looks amazing. Buzzing for it. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I kind of left you abruptly last night after my Sunday roast, but I think I put us on to a bit of a food coma, and we were exhausted. We just sort of lay about for a bit, got a shower, and went to bed quite early, so apologies for that. And unfortunately it is now Monday morning and it is time to check out. I have loved this place. It is the perfect base to explore Fife, and Fife has got so much to offer as well, so can't recommend it enough. You do get a discount here if you use my code. It is James5, that's the number 5, and I'll put the link down below to Largo Leisure Holidays. This is the 5th out of the 6 parks that we've stayed at, and we've had a ball every single time, so I can't recommend them enough. I want to thank the very kind people at Largo Leisure for having us every time as well. It's been greatly appreciated, and I look forward to staying at more other places in the future because they've got loads of different accommodation, and we've only just scratched the surface. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, it helps me massively, and it's completely free, and I'll see you on the next one.